So first of all, good evening everyone. My name is Ritesh, and today in this video we are going to see that how can we implement the source code using the fread function and fwrite function. Okay, because all this function is very important in the file handling concept. Okay, so we will implement all these through the codes. So fread and fwrite function is basically nothing. All these are function in the using the file handling concept. That is, if here fread function is used to the read the data, which types of the data will be there, array types of the data will be there. Okay, so array types of the data we will read from our file, then we will use the fread function. And if you want to write the data, array types of the data in our file, at a time we will use the fwrite function. Okay, so basically all these things have to be clear that what we are going to do in this video. Okay, so let's start this video. Let's start this video. Okay, so here we can see that here we have the code blocks IDE, that is the integrated development environment. So we are going to open this. Okay, because here we are going to writing all the source code and execute successfully. Okay, so let's see. Code blocks, the open source cross platform means everyone can use. Okay, and here we can see that here we have one option, that is a create a new project. So let's click here and then console application and then C choosing and then project name. After that we are going to write the project name. Project name is nothing, fwrite and fread. Okay, so this is the project name is here, and path is where in the D directory practice C, this folder will be created there. Okay, this project will be created there, and next and then finish. So here our project have to clear successfully created. Okay, and then what are we going to do? Right here we are going to click on the plus icon and then main.c is here. Main.c is nothing but this one is the source file. Okay, where we are going to writing all this source code for the execution for our program. Okay, so here we are going to writing the source code for the fread and fwrite function. Okay, so what are we going to do? First of all, we must have the file pointers. Okay, so let's create the file pointers. fp1 is taking the file pointer first. Okay, and after that what are we going to do? I am just open the file fopen using the fopen function, and then file name is here. So what are we going to do? fwrite and fread. So basically we will first read the data and then write the data. No, first of all we are going to write and then we will read the data from our file. Okay, so first of all what we are going to use, first of all we will do that how can you use the fwrite function. Okay, and then at the second time we will see that fread function. Okay, so let's see. Here we are going to open our file as a write mode. So file name is nothing, I am just taking as a name is a string. I am taking, no, array I am taking, array dot txt. Okay, and then here separate with comma and after that mode will be here. So I am just giving the mode as a write mode and then semicolon, and after that here we have opened successfully our file as a write mode. Okay, so after that what we are going to do, we are going to use the fwrite function here. So first of all we must have one array, because fwrite and fread function will be used for the responsible for the put the data array types of the and read the data from file as the array types of the data. So we must have one array. So I am creating one array, that is a char, and then str1 I am taking str1, and after that I am giving the size just like I am taking 10 and semicolon, And then after that, what are we going to do here? I'm just taking size as a 50. Okay, after that we are going to giving one message for the user that enter your a string maximum 50 character. Okay, and after that what we are going to do, we are scanning here. So I am using the putS function. Okay, so putS function will be, sorry for that, getS function will be responsible for the get the strings, read the strings from the user side. Okay, and store into the variables where we want to store. So I have one a string that is a str1, so there we are going to store, we are going to read the string types of the data. We have to get a string here, and after that what are we going to do? I am just using the fwrite function for the write. Okay, and then what we are going to do here, syntax of the fwrite function is here. Okay, this one is a syntax that first of all we must have to give the that is a most of all I want to say you that if we are going to calling the fwrite function, at that time we have to follow one syntax. That is here we have syntax that first of all we will pass the parameter as the a string, that is our array of the characters will be there. Array we will pass, and then size, and then what are we going to do? Size of, okay, size of operator for the each blocks. So which types of the data we are going to, which types of the data is here? Character types of the, okay, in the array. And then separate, and how many types, how many data you want to put there. Okay, so here we can also use a 10. So at a time we have to get the data from user side 50, but we will only pass the 10. But so that's why we are going to pass the all this data, that is a 50. Okay, and then after that here we are going to use the fp1, where we are going to write the data. fp1's file, not fp1. fp1 is a what? fp1 is a pointer which one is holding the address of the array.txt file. Okay, so this one will be responsible, this syntax will be responsible to store the all these strings data, array types of the data inside our fp1's file, that is the array.txt. Okay, so all these things will be right there. I hope that you have clarity that what are we going to do. We have to use that fwrite function. After that we are going to use the fread function. Okay, so again what we will do, we will use the rewind function. Okay, because we have write in our file all these things 50 characters. Okay, so we must have to move the cursor at the 0 index in our file. So that's why we are going to call the rewind function. And where we want to rewind, so fp1 file, so fp1 will be passed here, and then semicolon, and after that our cursor have to move to the 0th index. And then what we're going to do, bro, we are going to use the fread function. Okay, so let's see. So we must have the one array. Okay, so let's create one again array, that is str2, and taking is a block size 50, same as there. Okay, and then after that what are we going to do here, I am just read the data. So fread function we are going to calling, and after that here we are giving the a string that where we want to store the data. If you want to read the data from the file, that is array.txt is here we are want to, from this file all these things will be read, because there have the one some content. Okay, so this is the syntax for the fread. After this one, size of each block, that is a characters. Okay, and after that here we are going to use here we are going to separate, and then 50 blocks, all these characters will be stored here. All these characters will be copied for the str2. And then what we are going to do, After that we will pass the file pointer 1. Okay, so at that time what will be happen, from fp1's file all these characters of the array will be copied and assigned to the str2 again and again. Okay, as a character by character you can also say. Okay, and then what are we going to do here, a string will be copy and paste here, you can also say. And then we are going to checking that our str have that data or not. So printf will be used here. So printf and then modulus is, and separate here with comma, and then we are going to use the str2. Okay, so let's check our all these source code is right or not. So compile first. So we can see that process terminated with status 0, means no any errors is here. Okay, 0 errors, 0 warning, and 0 minutes and 1 second is the execution time. And after that we are going to run this source code. So let's what will be happen, enter your string maximum 50 characters. So I am just giving as a info data, that is a I am Ritesh. Okay, I am Ritesh. I will become a businessman. Okay, yes. So this one is the one syntax you can say. And here what we are going to do, all these things. Also this one will be responsible for the characters and symbols and etc. So on, all these things will be. Okay, so and then enter. So why is it happening here? I am so sorry for that. I want to say you something, that we have to use this one as a read mode, write mode only. Okay, so let's read mode also, and then what will be happen, we are going to see. Enter. So you can see. Okay, so that one was the very and very means I can't say that what's happening there. Okay, so I want to say you that if you want to use only one file pointer, okay, and then we want to open that file as a read and write mode for both, at that time what we are going to use, we will use the w plus, that is write and read. For write and read mode we will use the w plus. Okay, so I hope that you have clarity. And you can also see that whatever we will write, whatever we will give the, so I want to become, okay, and then anything else, characters and symbols. So let's see. So all these things will be copy and paste in our str2 from our file. Okay, so all these things is cleared here, that whatever we have to done in this video. I hope that you have clarity all these things here. Okay, so what we have to do, we have, it's only simple bro, all these things is simple, that we have created one file pointer and we have to open file pointer as a write and read mode for the both. Okay, because w plus is here, because we want to only use the one file pointer, not two, because if we want to, if we will use two pointers, file pointers in our file, at the time our size of our blocks will be increased in our memory. So that's why we are going to use only one. Okay, so our execution time will be also decrease. Okay, so that's why we are going to use only one file pointer, and we have to open array.txt. So first of all we have no any content, so we have to create as a write mode, and then we have to given one message that enter some strings, enter your characters minimum 50, maximum 50, and then we have to get the data, a string types of the, that is the array of the characters, and then write the data from the our file, that is allocating with the help of the fp1, means fp1 is holding the address of our that file, that is array.txt, and then rewind is used for the index what will be happen, index will be, our cursor will be moved to the our 0th index. Okay, so again in our file, in our file, our that contains, our cursor will be moved to the 0 index. Okay, so because we are going to use from the 0 to last index, so that's why we are going to use the rewind, and then a fread function is here. So 0 to 50 characters will be moved our cursor, and again, and then all these things will be copied to the str2 and paste here. And printf, we are going to use the print that uh, our data, that is array types of the data, I have to the successfully paste here or not. And then our all these things have done. So I hope that you have clarity that whatever we have done in this video. So let's see that where all these things have to create all these files. Okay, so let's D drive and then project practice C, fwrite and fread function is here, method, sorry for that, that one is a project. Okay, and array is here. So we can see that all these things have to the here, all these things written here, because we have to first of all open as the write mode, and then we have to read from all these things in this, from this file, using the fread. So I hope, so when we are going to use the rewind function, so what will be happen is, you know, that our cursor will be moved to the here. Okay, so here our cursor will be moved from this one to this one when we will call the rewind function, because we have to write all these things contents in our file. So our cursor is moving again and again here. Okay, so that's why we are going to rewind our we are going to call our rewind function. So at a time our cursor will be moved to the 0th index here, and then we will read the all these 0 to 50 and whatever we want to read the data. Okay, so I hope that you have clarity that what we are going to do in this video, what we have to done in this video. So if you have any types of the question, you can ask me with the help of your comment box. Okay, so I hope that you have clarity 100%, and if you have any question, you can ask me. So let's meet you again in the next video with the next level of the programming concepts. Okay, so let's meet you again in the next video.